Every single person that told him, you're too young to make a difference, you don't have enough connections, you're not going to do it, he would have let that noise consume him, and he would not have built the machine that he has built today.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you thought you knew what messy looked like, you need to brace yourself, because what we are uncovering today makes reality TV look like a documentary. We are talking about the complete public implosion of one of the most powerful families in American politics. For years, Charlie Kirk and his wife Erica have been the poster couple for the traditional family movement. They sell the image of faith, stability, and the perfect American household. But today, that image is shattered. A massive scandal has erupted involving leaked documents, secret payouts, and a family feud that has officially spilled onto the internet. But this isn't just about money or marriage anymore. It has crossed a line that no one expected. The drama now involves their children. We are talking about allegations of paternity questions, kids being used as political props, and a whistleblower from within the family who claims the entire Kirk household is a scripted performance. The internet is absolutely buzzing, Joe Rogan is shocked, and the receipts are damning. Today, we are breaking down the timeline, the leaks, and the dark truth about the kids. Let's get into it.
I went to Turning Point's office opening for their first building, and Tyler he runs Turning Point Action now, and he said, "You need to meet the CEO." I said, "Okay, great." Met him very quickly, shook his hand, said, "Hi, nice to meet you." Neither of us thought anything of it. Looking back now, he apparently sat down with Tyler and said, Tyler said, "We need to hire her," and he goes,
To truly understand why this story is tearing the internet apart right now, we have to look at the pedestal that Charlie and Erica Kirk built for themselves. In the landscape of American culture, specifically conservative culture, they aren't just influencers, they are royalty. Charlie is the founder of Turning Point USA, a man who speaks to millions of students, who debates senators, and who preaches that the nuclear family is the only way to save civilization. And standing right beside him has always been Erica. Erica was the final piece of the puzzle. She wasn't political, she was aesthetic. She was the trad wife dream. Her Instagram feed was a curated museum of beige linen, homemade bread, and smiling children. She represented the reward for living the right way. If you followed the rules, if you embraced tradition, you could have this piece too. That was the product they were selling. But as we now know, products can be manufactured. The cracks started appearing quietly. A few weeks ago, rumors began swirling on drama forums. People noticed that Erica's captions felt a little too corporate, a little too drafted. Then the first domino fell. A man known only as the Ex, Erica's former fiancé from before her life with Charlie, stepped out of the shadows. And he didn't come empty-handed. He came with what he calls the archive. This wasn't just a bitter ex-boyfriend ranting on TikTok. This was a forensic dismantling of a marriage. The Ex released a series of documents that paint a picture of a relationship that started not with a spark, but with a contract. The first bombshell was an email chain dated just weeks before Charlie and Erica went public. The subject line read, "Securing Union Details Confidential." In the body of the email, there was a breakdown of financial stipulations that looked more like a merger acquisition than a prenuptial agreement. We are talking about an alleged $265,000 payment held in escrow pending the successful completion of a one-year public appearance contract. Let that sink in for a second. Escrow. That is a term you use when buying a house, not when marrying your soulmate. The Ex claims that Erica was scouted. He alleges that political strategists behind Charlie realized his brand was too aggressive. He needed a softener. He needed a wife to humanize him. And Erica, with her ambition and her look, was the perfect candidate. The Ex claims that Erica told him, back when they were still speaking, that she viewed marriage as a mission field. He thought she meant a religious mission. Now he believes she meant a tactical one. He described a black notebook she kept, where she mapped out her life goals. One page, allegedly titled Legacy Over Love, detailed exactly what she needed in a partner: platform, access, and financial immunity. When this story first broke, people tried to dismiss it. They said, "Oh, it's just a fake email," or "This guy is just jealous." But then the voice notes dropped. The ex released audio of a woman who sounds identical to Erica, speaking in a hushed, frantic tone to a friend. In the clip, she says, "I don't need to be in love. I need to be secure. Charlie is the vehicle, not the destination." That audio clip went viral overnight. It was played on drama channels, dissected on Twitter Spaces, and even reacted to by major commentary creators. It shattered the illusion of the doting wife. Suddenly, every photo of them hugging, every video of them gazing into each other's eyes, looked different. You stopped seeing affection and started seeing acting. But the financial transaction was just the opening act. The real mess began when the conversation shifted to the timeline. Internet sleuths, energized by the leaks, started digging into the dates. They looked at when Erica broke up with the ex, when she met Charlie, and when the marriage happened. The ex claims there was no gap. He says she was still texting him, still allegedly seeing him, while she was publicly debuting as Charlie's girlfriend. He calls it the overlap. And this overlap isn't just about infidelity. It's about the calculated nature of the switch. He claims she was running 2 lives simultaneously, one real, one for the cameras, until the contract was signed. This revelation struck a nerve because the Kirk brand is built on moral superiority. They preach against the chaos of modern dating. They tell young women to be chaste, loyal, and intentional. To find out that the matriarch of this movement was allegedly running a double life while negotiating a 6-figure marriage payout? It reeks of a level of hypocrisy that the internet simply cannot forgive. And remember, Charlie Kirk is a man who demands transparency from everyone else. He demands to see the emails of government officials. He demands the truth from universities. But now, the call for transparency is coming from inside his own house. And the silence from the Kirk camp has been deafening. As part 1 of this saga closes, we are left with a shattered image. The perfect wife is looking more like a paid employee. The love story is looking more like a business deal. But as damaging as the money and the contracts are, they are nothing compared to what came next. Because once the internet started pulling at the threads of the timeline, they found something much, much darker entangled in the web. They found the children. If part 1 was about greed, part 2 is about morality. And this is where the story goes from influencer drama to American tragedy. We have to talk about the kids. In the Kirk brand, the children are central. They are the ultimate props. Every holiday, every political rally, every major announcement features the kids. They are dressed in patriotic colors. They are smiling on stage. They are the living proof that Charlie's ideology works. "Look at this beautiful family," the photos say. "This could be you." But the ex-fiancé, and now other insiders, are telling a very different story about what happens when the cameras turn off. The most disturbing allegation that has surfaced in the last 48 hours is the claim that the children are working assets. Leaked documents from a folder dubbed the Garden Files, allegedly from a management team handling Erica, refer to the children not by name, but by initials and engagement value. One document, titled Q4 Content Strategy, allegedly lists Child 1 birthday as a key revenue driver. It outlines a shot list: blow out candles, angle 1; hugging dad, must look spontaneous; opening specific branded gift. The ex claims that the children's lives are dictated by a content calendar. He shared a story from a mutual friend who attended a private Kirk family gathering. According to this source, the children were crying and tired, but Erica allegedly told the nanny, "Fix their faces. We have 10 minutes of sunlight left." The source said it was chilling. It wasn't a mother comforting a child. It was a director managing a frustrated actor. This turns the stomach of any parent watching. We all know influencers use their kids for content, but to see it written down in black and white, to see a child's birthday reduced to a revenue driver, is dystopian. It suggests that these children aren't being raised. they are being produced. But then, the ex dropped the nuclear bomb. The allegation that made Joe Rogan pause his podcast and ask, "Wait, is this real?" The DNA rumor. In a cryptic post on his private blog, the ex wrote a single sentence. Ask her who she had tested in 2021. The internet exploded. Timelines were scrutinized. In 2021, Erica was deep in her motherhood era. But the ex alleges that behind the scenes, there was panic. He claims that during the overlap, that period where she was switching from her old life to her Charlie Kirk life, there was a moment of uncertainty. Insider leaks suggest that a private paternity test was conducted, not through a doctor's office where records are kept, but through a private, high-end concierge service that guarantees anonymity. The rumor is that Charlie was never told about this test. The test was allegedly to rule out a third party, a man from Erica's past who isn't the ex-fiancé, but another figure entirely. Now, we have to be very careful here. These are allegations, but the mere existence of these rumors has cast a shadow over the entire family. Fans are now looking at photos of the children and debating features in the comments section. It is invasive, it is gross, and it is entirely the result of the transparency vacuum Erica created. Joe Rogan's reaction to this was pivotal. On his show, he looked at the leaked documents and said, "If you are telling me that this guy, Charlie, is raising kids, thinking he's the patriarch, thinking he's the king of his castle, and meanwhile, there's a PDF file somewhere saying, 'Check DNA,' that is the most brutal betrayal I can imagine." Rogan's commentary highlighted the gender dynamic here. Charlie Kirk's entire brand is about masculinity, being the head of the household, being in control. If these rumors are true, he isn't the alpha male he pretends to be. He is the ultimate cuckold. He is a man who was tricked into raising a family that might not be entirely his, funded by a contract he signed, living a life scripted by PR agents. And the Garden files back this up. These documents describe a system called the Garden, a network of influencers managed like assets. The files describe Erica as a protected asset. They list her risk factors. And under risk factors, there is a line that is heavily redacted, but the visible text reads, "Biological discrepancy, containment strategy required." Biological discrepancy. That is cold, corporate, sterilized language for what could be the destruction of a family. The emotional toll on the kids is what makes this scandal so messy. If these documents are real, these children are growing up in a house of cards. They are surrounded by cameras, managed by schedules, and living with parents whose marriage is allegedly a business arrangement. Psychologists and parenting experts have started stitching videos on TikTok, analyzing the body language of the Kirk children in recent videos. They point out the fawn response, how the kids look to their mother for approval before showing emotion. They point out the lack of genuine chaos that you see in real families. Everything is too perfect, too still, and now we know why. As we end part 2, the stakes have never been higher. We aren't just talking about a fake marriage anymore. We are talking about the potential legitimacy of the Kirk lineage. We are talking about Charlie Kirk facing the possibility that his legacy, the thing Erica asked about on day 1, is built on a biological lie. The kids are involved, and the internet is refusing to look away. You might think that with the ex-fiancé and the DNA rumors, things couldn't possibly get worse for Erica Kirk. You would be wrong, because usually, when a scandal like this hits, the family circles the wagons. They issue a joint statement, they stand united, and they weather the storm. But that is not what is happening here. The Kirk family isn't circling the wagons. They are pointing guns at each other. Enter the sister. Just yesterday, an anonymous blog post appeared that has been verified by multiple drama channels as coming from Erica's estranged half-sister. This isn't a source close to the family. This is blood. And the headline of her post was chilling. "I'm her sister, and you have no idea." The sister's testimony provides the missing context to everything the ex-fiancé has said. She describes growing up with Erica and watching her transform. She claims that Erica was always obsessed with status climbing. She writes about how Erica would cut off friends who weren't useful and how she viewed relationships as transactions long before she met Charlie. But the most damaging part of the sister's blog is her description of the family dynamic now. She claims that Erica has essentially cut off her biological family because they don't fit the turning point aesthetic. She says they aren't polished enough, they aren't wealthy enough, and they clutter the narrative. The sister writes, "She didn't just change her last name, she changed her history. We were told not to contact her publicly. We were told not to post old photos of her. We were erased so she could play the part of the perfect Virgin Mary for her political cult." This betrayal goes deep. The sister alleges that when their grandmother was sick, Erica didn't visit because it clashed with a TPUSA Young Women's Summit. She chose the stage over her dying grandmother. This anecdote has turned even the most die-hard conservative fans against her. It strips away the family values mask and reveals a cold, narcissist core. And the fallout is happening in real time. We are seeing the collapse of the Kirk Empire's alliances. The brands are fleeing. In the last 24 hours, 3 major modest fashion brands and a Christian homeschooling curriculum company have quietly removed Erica from their websites. They haven't issued statements. They are just ghosting her. They know that this scandal is radioactive. They cannot be associated with a woman accused of faking her marriage and potentially lying about her children's paternity. Even other influencers are turning. We have seen screenshots from private group chats, the trad wife whisper networks, where women are panicking. They are asking, "Is the garden real? Am I in the files?" We need to distance ourselves from Erica immediately. It is a rats from a sinking ship scenario. And what has Charlie done? What is the response from the man who claims to be a warrior for truth? He posted one tweet. "I know my wife. You don't." That's it. 7 words. No lawsuit. No press conference. Just a weak, defensive tweet that was immediately ratioed by thousands of people, posting the DNA receipts in the replies. The internet smells fear. They know that if Charlie had proof this was all a lie, he would be suing everyone into oblivion. The fact that he is quiet suggests that he is either terrified of what will come out in discovery, or, and this is the sadder option, he is currently finding out the truth alongside the rest of us. The ex-fiancé has noticed this weakness, and he has issued a final threat. He posted a countdown on his blog with the caption, "It gets worse." The video. He claims there is a video file in the archive. He hasn't said what is on it, but speculation is running wild. Is it a video of Erica admitting to the contract? Is it a video of her mocking Charlie? Is it footage of the other man? The threat of this video hanging over their heads is likely why the Kirks haven't gone on the offensive. They are being held hostage by their own secrets. The psychological toll on the audience cannot be overstated. Thousands of young women looked up to Erica. They bought the aprons, they bought the books, they tried to model their lives after hers. Now they feel betrayed. The comment sections are filled with women saying, "I felt like a failure because my house wasn't perfect, and now I find out yours was a set. I envied your marriage, and now I pity it." This scandal is dismantling the entire trad wife industrial complex. It is exposing the reality that when you monetize your family, you destroy it. As we stand here today, the Kirk family is in ruins. The sister is blogging, the ex is leaking, the brands are leaving, and the kids are being scrutinized by millions of strangers. Charlie Kirk wanted to save America, but he couldn't even save his own home from the lies it was built on. The drama is messy, yes, but more than that, it is a warning. The final shoe hasn't dropped yet. The countdown is ticking, and when that video releases, there may be no coming back for Charlie or Erica. This is a lot to process, guys. We are watching a slow-motion car crash of a family that we were told was perfect. And honestly, it is hard to look away. I want to know what you think. Do you believe the ex-fiancé and the sister? Do you think Charlie is a victim in this, or was he in on the business arrangement from the start? And the darkest question of all, do you think the DNA rumors hold any water? Let me know your theories in the comments down below. I'll be down there reading through them, because you guys always find details that even I miss. We are going to be tracking the garden files and the ex's blog every single hour. If that final video drops, and it looks like it will, I will have an update video up immediately. You do not want to be the last person to know. So, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. We are committed to finding the truth, no matter how messy it gets. Stay safe, stay skeptical, and remember, the internet is forever. Peace.